Well, masks, face coverings are now a part of our everyday lives. Who would have ever thought, for the foreseeable future at least? That got us to wondering how to deal with everything from wearing them properly to smiling with your eyes. So etiquette and culture expert Sharon Schweitzer joins us live by Skype from Austin to unmask. Great pun there. Her top must-dos and don'ts. Good morning. Thank you for being with us.
Good morning, Jane. Thank you.
So, Sharon, one thing we've seen is people wearing their masks just covering their mouths, maybe like below their nose, or even dangling from their chins. That's not effective. What's the proper way to wear a mask in public?
Well, folks can go to the CDC website, and there's a whole list there for them. But the best way to make sure you wear a mask is to make sure that it covers your nose and your mouth.
Okay.
And what you want to do is wash your hands before you put your mask on. So wash it with soap and water or with an alcohol rub. And make sure it covers your entire nose and your mouth. Make sure that you attach it either behind both ears, and make sure that it completely covers and there are no gaps. So you don't want any gaps here, anywhere. That's the proper way to wear the mask. And then you remove it from behind, not in front.
Okay, so let's say that you're sitting, I've put mine on like you told me to. Let's say that you're sitting at work or something like that, and you can't be 6 feet apart. Is there a way to kindly ask someone to wear a mask?
That's where it gets a little bit tricky, Jane, because many experts recommend that you don't ask someone to put on a mask for a number of reasons. First of all, it could be that they're not wearing a mask for medical reasons. Maybe they have COPD. They may have a respiratory illness. They may have claustrophobia. So they may not be able to wear a mask for a reason that's not apparent from their physical person. The other reason is bad things have happened to people whenever other people have asked them to wear a mask. So what we recommend is that if you see someone who's not wearing a mask and you're uncomfortable, you kind of have some options. Number one, you can avoid them, walk around them, go the other way. The other thing you can do is leave the area you're in. Just go ahead and depart. And a lot of people say that the best thing to do, the experts say, is leave the area for 15 minutes. So, you know, the problem is sometimes if you engage, you're met with rage. So it's best not to engage with people. There's some bad things that can happen, and it's really best not to do that. What I recommend is lead by example. So, you know, you can go out and get some really beautiful masks. You can do all kinds of things. There's all sorts of different options. If you're a Cowboys fan, you can do this. If you're a UT fan, you can get some that have UT. You can even find some if you have a beard that will cover your entire beard. So you've got lots of different options for sports fans. And then for the ladies, you can do all different kinds of options. So lead by example. Go out and get some really fun ones. If you're a musician, you can find some that have music on them. Okay. Musical notes.
Let me ask you real quickly before you get away. How do you deal, on the other hand, the opposite with what we call mask shaming?
Okay, the mask shaming is not a fun thing to do. And the problem with mask shaming is that whenever you do that, it's ineffective. Psychologists have said that in U.S. culture, mask shaming does not work. In fact, it has the opposite effect. So if you're thinking that you're going to mask shame someone, it's not going to work. It's ineffective. That's not the type of thing that we encourage people to do.
And real quickly, can you explain exactly what mask shaming is? I should have.
Well, mask shaming is whenever you give someone the evil eye, or talk about them, or say something aloud, or do something that indicates that you disfavor the fact that they don't have on a mask, because you don't know why they're not wearing a mask. So you're trying to publicly humiliate them because they don't have on a mask.
All right. It's always better to lead with love. That you get more, what is it? You get more bees with honey than something like that. I don't know. There's some phrase like that.
That's right.
Thanks so much, Sharon, for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it. Hey, stay safe and healthy. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Jane.
Okay, so a lot of us